What's up, guys? This is Chris with the Kaiju Nerd-Toy reviews, and today what we have is Kaiju from the new Superman movie from McFarlane Toys. We're going to be talking about the appearance, where to get this, articulation, and then my final thoughts. Is this figure worth $50? Let's find out. Okay, so the first thing I notice about this figure is how big it is. This is a mega figure from McFarlane Toys after all. And it's just really imposing. You just see it and it's just like at least 12 feet, not 12 feet. It's like at least 12 inches tall. But let's find out right here. If I put a ruler right around here, it's roughly around 9 to 9.5 inches tall. Maybe 10 if you stretch one of these, I don't know what these are, these little horn tentacle things on his head. But let's see, you can get this figure pretty much anywhere. I got this at a GameStop for about $50. Well, I didn't pay, the retail price was $50, but I paid $42 because I had like game points or something like that brought the price down. So if you can do something like that and get this cheaper than $50, yeah, why not? Just go ahead and do that. You can get this at Bad ToyStore, you can get this at Entertainment Earth, you can get this on Amazon or eBay. I'm not sure if it's on the McFarlane Toy Store yet. Usually stuff sells out on that website, but I'm guessing it's gonna be there. But yeah, you can pretty much get this anywhere. You won't have too much trouble trying to find this thing. But stores like Target or Walmart, it's a bit of a coin toss. The weight of this figure is actually pretty light. It's actually quite hollow. It looks like it's a solid piece, but hold on, you can hear this. It's a little bit hollow, but very lightweight. As far as the sculpting goes, this thing is very well detailed, and I don't really put it past McFarlane Toys to do really good sculpting, except on, you know, the face on certain figures when they have to base it off a celebrity. Those are a bit of a coin toss too, but if they're just doing creatures or just a normal comic book face for the superheroes, it actually looks really good. So let's zoom in a little bit. So you can see the torso here. You can see the pectorals, see little ripples in the stomach. Look at all that skin texture right there on the knees and the legs, and the foot. Especially on the arm. Like, look at all that. You can see all the bumps and ridges and creases, little spikes on the hand there, physical claws. Same thing on the other arm. Look at all that. And then look at the head. I had some good detail on the tentacles. Look at the teeth and the gums right there. That looks really nice. Even the eyeball looks pretty good. But a lot of detail goes in the back. I mean, look at that. You can see the ridges right there. Hold on. Right here. And you can see the spine bumps along here. Very nice. Yeah, you can see all of this detail. All these ridges in the tail and the skin texture. That's really nice. Yeah. So, good job as always, McFarlane Toys. Okay, so now let's talk accessories. Now, it's a little lacking on this department because this thing does not come with any extra heads. It doesn't come with any extra hands. It doesn't come with like an extra fire blast thing like it does in the movie, but they didn't want to do that, I guess. There's no, you know, stomp effects or anything like that. But you know what it does have? It has a stand. Ooh. So let me show you how this works. So they give you this stand right here, and then they have holes on the feet on each of them right there. And then you just place one of them inside the peg like so. And now it can stand up without having to use the tail to brace it. So if you have it like that, tail is off the ground, and Kaiju here is standing. So basically that's what it's for. It's just to showcase it somewhere like a statue. And the other accessory that it comes with, well, now I gotta use the tail. There you go. The other accessory it comes with is a trading card. So that's a nice art of Kaiju with his mouth open. You know, too bad this doesn't have his mouth open, but this is pretty cool. I don't know who drew it, but it's pretty nice. And I left it inside the plastic because I don't want it damaged, but you can see the stats or the data file on the back of it, art on the front. And that's about it for accessories. Okay, so let's do some size comparisons. First off, we have another mega figure that I have, which is from McFarlane Toys as well. This is Starro. It's a Build-A-Figure Starro. That's what I should say. So it's a bit taller, about the same size if it wasn't for this top piece right here. This is how he looks next to a regular Todd McFarlane Multiverse Superman figure. Here he is next to the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Exclusive Edition 1989. That is insane. Now we have a bigger Godzilla from Hiya Toys, but still Godzilla looks a little dwarfed. Yeah. Here is a Gypsy Danger figure from NECA Toys. And lastly, what we have is a kaiju named Scureus from the company Titanic Creations. Yeah, this guy is a big boy. And now let's talk about my favorite part of the review. Articulation! Yes, the articulation. Unfortunately, this figure has very limited articulation. Dare I say it's pretty much trash. The articulation is only 5 points. That is equivalent to a toy from the 1990s. I don't understand what McFarlane was thinking with this, but 5 points of articulation for a figure in this day and age is just trash. It's straight garbage. So, but let's just get into it. The head can only move like so. I think I can do a 360. There we go. A little difficult to do that, but it can only swivel like so. Then we got the arms. Can only move, let me zoom out. Can move a 360 like that. There is no hand or wrist articulation, no elbow joints to bend at all. Same thing on this arm right here. Nothing else. Then we got our torso swivel. Swivel all the way around. No ab crunch at all. And the legs are just sad. There are no knee joints whatsoever, let alone ankle or toe articulation right here. This is all just a solid piece. Same thing on this leg right here. Then on the back, we have the tail. There are no joints along the tails. It's just one solid piece, and it turns around like this. It's actually so flimsy feeling that I can just pop it out just like that. And then you can put it back in. Like that. Pretty disappointing. So yeah, despite the limited articulation on this figure, I was able to do some toy photography with it. And let me show you what I did and tell me what you think. Okay, so all in all, let's weigh the pros and cons of this figure. Pros, it's a good sculpt. It looks like the creature in the Superman, in the Superman movie. It's very detailed all the way around. Even the coloring looks good. I didn't talk about that, but yeah, from what I've seen, They have nice washes and paints and stuff like that. It's really good. It's really good. It looks nice. And it also could be a nice statue piece if you want to just put it on your shelf and, you know, just decorate your apartment or your house with. That would be good. And that's pretty much about it for pros. So let's talk about the cons. Number one, there's just no accessories that are actually good. I mean, a stand and a trading card, that's it. It makes me feel like they were just thinking this should be more of a statue instead of an articulated figure. And if that was the case, why even make it move at all? So I don't really see the point of trying to sell this as an articulated figure within the same line as the DC Multiverse figures, like that Superman I showed earlier. Other than that, with articulation, like I didn't mention the mouth. It did not open. It can't open at all. I really don't like that for a kaiju figure because this, I mean, it's supposed to be a kaiju, and kaijus roar. They open their mouths a lot, and this guy can't do that. So I don't know why I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense that they didn't do that. So yeah, the articulation is just trash. Also, it does not scale well with other figures. Like even with the biggest figures I had, I mean, this thing just dwarfs them all. Unless it's a mega figure like that Starro I showed earlier. Also, the figure is just too expensive. They are asking $50 for this with just 5 points of articulation, no accessories, and everything else is just, that is just bad. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give this kaiju figure a kaiju defeat. It's just not that good. So that's been about it for the kaiju figure from McFarlane Toys. I really think if you're looking for a kaiju figure, you should skip this one. It has great sculpting and everything like that, color, yeah, but yeah, it's just too expensive. They're asking $50 for this thing without any accessories, real accessories anyway. Bad articulation, doesn't scale well with everything. Yeah, I would skip this figure. But what do you think? Do you think the articulation's good enough? Do you think it's good enough for just a statue, just that can move a little bit? You know, is it worthy of your shelf? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you'd like to follow me and look at any more pictures that I do with toy photography, you can follow me on the Kaiju Nerd at Instagram, or you can follow me at the Kaiju Nerd on Blue Sky. That's been about it. Thank you for watching.